Hello everyone, and welcome back to Everyday Husband Quotes, the channel for marriage advice, marriage entertainment, and everything else marriage. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in a recent interview live, Melody went live with a fan who wanted to get clarity when Melody said that Martell was her biggest betrayal. Now she simply explains it like this: I had to forgive myself for not loving me enough, because had I loved me like I should have and respected myself enough, I never would have given someone so many chances to betray me or be a big disappointment. She continues to break this statement down by saying that she didn't love herself enough to walk away from the marriage, and she wanted to personally know why. She wanted to personally know why she stayed in the marriage and took what she took from Martell time after time again. So Melody has done a lot of work on herself. I agree that just outside looking in, I can see it, regardless of what LaTisha Scott, her castmate, says. Now, LaTisha said in her confessional that Melody is good at portraying what she wants you to see. You never know what the real truth is. Sometimes she's so good at portraying things, she fools herself sometimes, and I hope that having this a long time has brought Mel the peace that she is looking for. Again, honey, just a raggedy statement coming from LaTisha, because it seems like she is judging Melody based off of their past relationship, and it is unfortunate that LaTisha will make a statement like that about Melody. Now, before I play the video, I do want to close with this by saying it is so easy to judge a book by its cover. Melody does talk about putting herself in isolation, and maybe that's what drew the line in the sand between some of the castmates and herself. Maybe she isolated herself so much where it caused a breakdown in the friendship between her and Destiny. Melody's mom, Miss Van, said in an interview that Melody even isolated herself from her. And Miss Van said that she had no choice but to give Melody her space, and that she knew that she would come back around. And I'm sure that had to be hard to watch from a mother's perspective. But again, you know, it's so easy to sit back and make an unfair judgment on someone's life. But when you find yourself needing and sometimes wanting that same energy, karma has a way of circling around and will take the place of how you treated others in their trials and tribulations. So I do agree with Melody and her isolation techniques. It definitely brought the elevation that she needed to move on to the next level of her life. So y'all take a listen to the video, leave your thoughts. As always, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.
Oh, one question and I'm out, okay? So
I might answer.
it was something that you really said that stood out on one of those episodes. And if I got it correct, I want to say you said that your biggest betrayal came from Martell, okay? This question isn't about Martell, so let me go ahead and just clear that up. It's really about you. Okay. So when you made that comment saying that was like one of your biggest betrayal, did you ever think about your biggest betrayal? And when I say that, meaning the betrayal that you did to yourself, even to your children.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes parents, they tend to say, I think on the episode you said how intelligent your kids are. And 9 times out of 10, the children, they know what's going on. So how long did it take you to forgive yourself for keeping yourself in that situation, just for not giving your kids 100% of you just to make them happy?
This is a very good question, and I will say I literally just had a conversation with someone about this, either not exactly this, but either yesterday or the day before. So it's layers to it. So I'm gonna try to keep all the different layers. Okay. One, I had to forgive myself for not loving me enough. Because had I loved me the way I should have, right? And had I respected myself enough, I never would have even given somebody so many chances to betray me, so to speak, right? Or be a big disappointment. So I had to sit with myself and get over that. You know what I'm saying? And then do the work on why. Where is the lack? Why don't I love myself the way I should? And then I started working on falling in love with me and who I am and all the pieces of me. And part of that included, and was mandatory, for me to be isolated and to be to myself a lot of the time, because I can't learn me if I always got 50 million people around me. You know what I'm saying? Because me being the person I am, whenever I am around people, I'm typically tending to them. I'm typically trying to make sure everybody's good. I'm probably going to cook some food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to just make sure everybody's having a good time. And that's how I am when I'm around people. So, I did have to spend a lot of time with myself, to fall in love with myself again, and to love me. So that was one of the layers. And it's crazy because, like I said, I just had this conversation. The other layer for me was in terms of my children. So there are two folds to that, okay? Two folds. One of the things is, I feel like me choosing peace, happiness, self, and having 4 children actually shows them what it looks like, right, to choose yourself. So I don't feel like I disappointed them or betrayed them in any way when it comes to that. I think they will always remember, I say this all the time, my girls, when they become young adults, women, they get married or whatever the case may be, if they choose to get married, they're never going to feel like they got to ever stay in a situation because they're going to be like, shoot, my mama had 4 of us and she, you know what I'm saying, she did X, Y, and Z. And after she left, she did X, Y, and Z. So I know I can do that too. They're going to be some of the strongest women y'all have ever seen. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that wholeheartedly. But the part that I will say that I shared with somebody the other day, where I feel like the piece, which made it almost mandatory too for me to make my decision, was whenever you're going through something, right? When you're going through something and it hardens your heart, that's how I said it the other day to the person, and it hardens your heart. And a lot of times you harden your heart because you're trying to protect yourself because you don't want to hurt no more. You don't want to be hurt anymore. You know what I'm saying? And so whenever you harden your heart because of the situation you're in, you don't get to choose when the heart is hardened and when it's not hardened, right? So everything and everybody that comes in contact with you in that point, they're going to get a piece of that hardened heart. So when it comes to my children, looking back at it, there were times when, because I was so broken and I was so hurt and I hardened my heart because of that I didn't show as much emotion that I should have shown with them, or as much what was it I just said the other day, like physical affection as much as I should have, right? But it was because, and I'm sure it's plenty of women on here, y'all gonna drop hearts if y'all been there before too. Oh, LaBerrick on here, what's up, LB? And I'm still mad about y'all being closed Saturday, but I'm gonna come out Saturday. Don't worry, I'm getting that brisket. But anyway, so whenever, you know, I realized women drop the hearts, as I was saying it before he came on here, y'all drop the hearts if y'all know what I'm talking about. Whenever you're in a situation where you're hurt and, you know, you're broken, it's hard to be as emotional and as emotionally available as you could be. So what I love now, so I felt my children in that part for a time frame. But eventually, as they get older and they go through their own situations, they probably will understand. So what I love now is that since I've removed myself from that and I've worked on me and I've worked on my healing, now when my daughter walks up next to me and grabs my hand, where initially I might be like, why did you grab my hand? Then I'm like, well, no, she's a kid. She can hold my hand. You know what I'm saying? Let me hold my baby's hand. You feel me? Even though she's tall as me, but I'm like, let me hold my baby's hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can say, like, my point is, like, I definitely, in assessment, evaluation of everything, and being truthful. I'm being very honest, very vulnerable with you right now about this, just being straight up truthful about it. I had to work past not only getting over the heartbreak, the disappointment, the biggest betrayal, as you said when you came on here, but also forgiving myself for not being as emotionally open and available to my children as I could have been, because I was going through so much by way of their father, of course, but still I was going through so much, right? And so now that I've gotten past that, of course I still have boundaries with people, but my heart ain't like it was. It's not hard enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can receive love, I can give love, I choose who I give my love to, but I'm able to do that. And there are some people you could talk to who know me and say, Mel is like one of the sweetest people I've met. She's so kind, she's so giving, she's so caring. They will tell you all of that. So I choose who I give my love to. And my children definitely are at the top of that list. And so I'm just thankful that I'm in this place now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's good to know. And so just to let you know, Kiki actually agreed to being the first person for me to interview on YouTube.
Oh, good.
So everyone.
But that's good. I know she'll do good, honey. She's gonna be very straight up, very honest.
We're gonna have a good conversation. We're gonna have a good
sweet.
conversation. I love her. But I want to let you get to the other people because I don't want to hold you up. And thank you for your time again. And we'll talk soon.
Make sure you keep me posted on on the YouTube so I can tune in?
I will.
Okay,
All right.
baby.
Bye.
All right. Okay, bye-bye. Yay!